everybody, and welcome to the latest episode of Yo White Plains. My name is Tom, the host, and today is a great day. It's a sunny day in White Plains downtown, and I am very grateful to be able to make a TV show for everyone here in White Plains and for everybody that can see it on the internet. This program is made with love and care, with the help of Community Access Media here in the library on 100 Martin Ave. And I'm really owe a debt of gratitude to Sam and Keith, who are recording and will make the show into something that is better than I could have hoped for, as well as Rita Santos, who was there as a mentor and as a great leader here, and for whom I hold a lot of respect. And so thanks to Rita, Sam, and Keith, and welcome to everyone to the program. What you see before you here, I think I've had on the program before. It's a piano. It's a small Casio tone keyboard, and I love playing it. I love learning new songs on it, and mostly I love to improvise with it, and I love to learn popular songs and learn how to play them on the piano. So you heard me play a little bit of a famous movie theme song from a very famous movie, and I'll play it one more time, so hopefully the audience, including the kids, should be able to guess what this might be. But here's the Name That Tune. Here we go. Do you know what this song is? Think movies, title sequence, famous, 1970s. Still no? I'll try one more. Sorry. I always miss one note. Two notes. So that is, as many have guessed, the theme to The Godfather. The first Godfather, 1972. A great movie based on a book by Mario Puzo and famously directed by Francis Ford Coppola. I, myself, was a big fan of the movie. I've watched it probably 100 times in my life. I think that it bears some resemblance to truth, and I think in other cases, life imitates art. I think that it's a great story. It's a great family story, and that was its theme song. So, what else is on my mind today? I love teaching the keyboard. I wanted to show the audience here kind of a method that I have learned and am starting to learn how to teach keyboard. And so, like, the way that I think of it is you'll have a song that starts playing, and the first thing I try to do is catch the key, the note that I would think you would call the key of the song. And it's typically the first note that gets played, although not always. But if you can find that note, you can then start to follow the tune. And so in the case of The Godfather, I was trying to improvise and play Ave Maria. That is not too dissimilar. But I started playing around with the keys and ended up there instead. And so that's a good example of improvisation that just kind of, if you let it take you where it's taking you, could end up with somewhere that you've never imagined. So what I like to do is find the notes. So in this case, this is an A, and then I play the notes around it. And then I go down and I skip the next note and go to F. But my point is that when you look at the keyboard and you look at the keys, they're arranged in patterns, right? There are sets of 8 keys on the ivory, on the white keys, that make up an octave or make up a full sequence of notes in a scale, right? And when you know that, then you can kind of mentally separate different parts of the keyboard. And now I look at the keyboard in kind of quartets. Like the left hand can go on the leftmost or the rightmost of the left-hand side. Same with the right. I'm also left-handed, so I tend to learn how to do things backwards at first and then try to be able to teach them forwards, afterwards. So when I play something like that, I would tend to play it with both hands, right? But I would do it in a coordinated rhythm, not syncopated. So it would just go like this. just trying to line up your hands with the same, have symmetry between your two hands. And when you do that, I find that the mental block that might come into, like, does the left and right hand do different things? I think the kind of the secret to piano is I don't know that your hands do different things. They'll be positioned equal, symmetric, but they may symmetrical. Sorry, but then you will vary what you're playing within them. But I always find it best to play piano by keeping the same hand left and right and kind of keeping the same distance from the keyboard with my palms, right? So if I keep my distance, if I keep it close, there's so much more of the keys I have access to. And then I think of the system as far as like in the numbering 1, 3, and 5. 1 is just finding and playing single notes. 3 would be finding a chord, right? And then 5 would be what I would call chord progression. So you might start with. See how that sounds nice, these 4? Skip 1 note. That doesn't sound right? So, right, and that's a scale. But if I wanted to, maybe I want to lengthen it. Yeah. It's kind of nice, right? That's a 5th, right? It's nice. So you can do that. What's also neat about the keyboard, and I'll put it back down, hopefully in the same spot, about the keyboard is that there's so many modifying keys that you can make the keyboard sound different. Like imagine that you wanted to play something on the guitar, but you don't have a guitar, you have a piano. Well, the piano here can simulate tones from a guitar. So all you have to do is set the tones, so I'll do this, tones, and pick one of the ones under guitar, which is anyone from the number 24 to 32, and I'll choose 28. There we go. So now if I'm going to play a song, I'm actually playing a guitar tone. So imagine the same Godfather theme as a guitar song, right? It's kind of neat. You can also play songs on the keyboard. If you wanted to, say, accompany a song, you might play a song like, let's say Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star is a pretty easy one. I want to play that song, and it is song number 3. So, song 3. Here's Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. And maybe we'll figure out how to play it along with the music, right? That's one note. There we go. Here we go. Ready? So if I did it here. There we go. And that is Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Fresh from a Casio tone keyboard. Another fun song that I like to play, and I just wanted to get this out there because I love to play it, is by Anderson Paak, who's one of my favorite musicians. And it's a song that's called Come Down. And if you've heard it, it probably, hopefully, sounds a little bit like this. I'm going to turn it back to keyboard, piano tone, sorry. All right, and so it starts like this, ready? All right, it starts down here. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 notes like an octave, right? That's how I think why it sounds so complete. There's 8 notes, there's 8 tones to it, right? Okay, so the overall method, I'll need to find a name for, but it's one of those things that I find the note, I call that the one. I use, kind of, I will play the notes to kind of percuss around, like to make sure there's a rhythm that stays and sticks. And then I look at threes as chords, I look at fives as chords progressing, right? So remember the chords are kind of like, see how that's a progression, like you start here, right? And just move one. It's about that easy. And the thing that I'm going to turn the piano off now and focus more front, but the thing that always gets me about music lessons, because I've had them since I was 10 years old, and I'm 50 now, so it's been a long time I've been having music lessons, is that I think that music lessons often mean well, and to me and to others that get bored easily, they can be a struggle to get through music lessons when you're sitting and sifting through music theory and you're talking about, what are the significances of all the little words and modifiers that are on sheet music. Then you might compose it. There's all sorts of things going on with the band. But there's a joy to playing music. And every time that you tap into the joy of playing music, it takes care of itself. So I would say that there's no need to stress music. What's interesting is that I'm a musician. I have musical instruments in my home. I often invite people to come over and play. And you'd be surprised how many people get afraid to play at the last second and decide, I can't come down to the studio and help you record a show because even though 5 minutes ago I said I was interested, it's a little scary to actually walk out of the house, go outside, and go to a studio and record. I don't feel the same exact way, but then again, it's my show. So as the producer of the show, I think I may feel different than if I was a guest on someone else's show. So that is all fine. I wanted to make sure that I spent some time saying thank yous, and I did already at the top with Community Access Media. I think it's an amazing thing they do here. But I'd also say there's other social services and organizations in the area that are very helpful to people, and I think everybody should know about them. The Slater Center is one of those things. It's actually nearby. It's actually nearby the library, and what they do there is they serve as a food pantry. They help people get food who don't have food and who want food, and they're very kind, and they're very godly people, which I love, and I enjoy working there every Thursday. I go there Thursday, help them set up and help them give food out, and you even get food in exchange. So it's really a wonderful thing. And when I grew up, there was always times when an adult would say, why don't you come down with me to the soup kitchen, quote unquote, and work there. And it's a good thing for any kid or anyone growing up to experience seeing people who are in extreme need and might be, extremely, off in terms of how they feel and how they view the world. But they are still people, and they all still need something to eat. And I enjoy the role I play in helping to feed people in White Plains, and would do it again, gladly, no matter what. Even though some people advise me to not put so much of myself out there, that's why I'm here. That's why I live. So I wanted to say thank you to the Slater Center, and specifically to Naima, who is the best manager there a guy could hope for. I want to say a big thank you to my best friend Jeffrey, who has been a confidant and a close friend for some time now and helps me make it through these days, which are crazy indeed. And I also wanted to say thank you to Peter Murdoch and the owners of the Craven Jamaican, who have fed me many a time when I couldn't afford my own food. So I am very grateful to them, as well as to John Solo and the team at Cantina Restaurant. They have hosted this show. They have invited me to be kind of part of their family unofficially, and Jeffrey and I help them set up every day. And we love it. We help them set the chairs up, we help sweep the floor, and it feels good to do that. So here is me, Tom, the host of Yo White Plains, signing off, looking at hopefully the right cameras, and saying to everyone, please make more love and less war in the world. Let's try not to fight about everything. And I want to say God bless you to everyone. It's been a pleasure making the program, and I will think about what to do next time. Last time we did a talk about graduation because my 18-year-old Jamie has just graduated from high school. I'm so excited from Harrison High School and is headed to California to go to school in the fall. And still have a younger one, 12 years old, Ali, who I'd love to have come on the show as soon as Ali is able and can find time in their schedule. And hopefully they'll be down here and you'll see them as well. So this is me, the host, Tom, saying thank you all and have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.
Outside niggas love a outside bitch, but be mad when they get some outside. When I tell you these niggas ain't shit, please believe it. They gon' fuck on anything, these niggas way too easy. Good for nothing, low down dirty dogs, I'm convinced. Next time you see your mama, tell her how she raised a bitch. Going out, pop outside, cause it's hot out. Going out, you was playing games out. You on time out. Going out, where them fine niggas out. Tryna find niggas out. I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. Well, let's go wrong for wrong, let's go leg for leg. If I can handle that, let me see you handle this. Do you how you do me, bet you we won't speak again. Favorite player, find your favorite team, here in my DM. I'm so small and tiny, he's so big and tall. Might let him dunk this pussy like he dunked the ball. I'm a big freak, come and get a sneak peek. Back it up like beep, beep, till that thing go leak, leak. Chloe called you king, it's cute, don't get me wrong. I like him too, so baby, let me meet LeBron. I love Savannah, let me see what she be on. But it's plenty niggas, baby, I could keep it going. Look, Royal Rumble, this a jungle lion and some cheetahs. It's clearly you don't give a fuck, so I don't give one neither. I like my niggas black and country, that's just what it is. I can tell that he excited, cause he go from small to big. When I tell you these niggas ain't shit, please believe me. They gon' fuck on anything, these niggas way too easy. Low down dirty, good for nothing dogs, I'm convinced. Can't wait to see your mama, tell her how she raised a bitch. Going out on the pop outside, cause it's hot out. Going out, you was playing games out. You on time out. Going out, where them fine niggas out. Tryna find niggas out. I've been cuffed up too long, let me remind niggas. Ooh, I think he's sexy, ooh, he look good as fuck. Ain't that your home girlfriend, tell her to hook me up. Shit, ain't you having fun, let's have fun together. Baby, I'm with the shit, you know I'm with whatever. Look,